Check it. Oh, I think I got the fever. I'm heated. Pumping up the meter.
We should start.
We should start, yeah. Right, so I'm Faye.
What about hi guys?
Right. Right, hi guys, welcome to another PIPIN HOT podcast.
Hi guys.
I'm Faye.
I'm Tay.
We're your hosts and we dish it PIPIN HOT. And that's Maui. I don't know if it's in frame.
I don't know, but he'll probably make an appearance eventually.
He's an adorable little Shiba Inu who's full of shit, according to Talia.
He truly is.
Okay, so we should have probably established. So we're best friends. We've been best friends for...
Many years.
Yeah, a while.
Many years. Maybe like what, 8, 9 years?
Almost 10. We're encroaching on 10. Right? 8, 9?
Yeah. No, 9 years. 9 years.
9 years. 9 years.
9 years.
It's been a minute. I'm old.
We are old.
Yeah, and we decided to make a podcast.
Hey.
All right, cool. Yeah. So yeah, friendships. Friendships are weird, man.
Friendships are weird.
Yeah. I think it's weird because sometimes you just know someone's gonna be your best friend for like the minute you met. You're like that one right there.
Yes.
And sometimes you don't. Sometimes you hate them at first.
Yes.
And then like life goes on, and then later you're like, actually I hated you at first, but I love you now.
There's so many times where I'm like, man, I really hate this person, and I get to know them. And then they turn out to be a nice person. And then the friendship ends.
And then it's not like, the same anymore.
And then you're like, yeah, I knew from the beginning, apparently, that these people were just not it.
Yeah, it's weird. Friendships are really weird. You know what? Okay, so I have a thing about friendships, right? Some people, they're like, no, we're friends, but we're not this kind of friends. And we're like, you know, like they rank their friends intentionally.
Yeah.
Like, not like naturally, like we're not that close kind of vibe, but more like they actually like choose their like ranking system, which is weird. And I'm like, dude, a friend is a friend, bro. Why are you making it weird?
Okay, I get it. I do get it. There are sometimes where I'm like, okay, these friends are like more friends than other friends. There's
but like you learn that over time. It's not like you just pick.
No. You can't just be like, oh, I just met you and you kind of fit in here.
Yeah,
ranking,
you can't do that. It's very
it doesn't
weird.
work like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's friends versus like us now that talk almost on the daily.
Yeah.
Versus like other friends where I'll really only see them at parties and stuff like that. But I wouldn't consider them not my friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
I'd still be like, oh wow, you're still friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, no, I feel you. Definitely. Yeah.
In that sense, I would say there's a soft ranking.
Yeah, it's a soft ranking. It's not like a hard ranking.
It's almost like not even close friends. Because I mean, even like the people that we don't speak to on the daily and we only see at parties and stuff like that, I still consider them close friends. Exactly.
Yes, yeah. You can't just be like, nah, this person here, I've met you today, and therefore I think this is what we will be.
Yes, no, you can't do that. Yeah. No, no. You can't do that. Time out, you can't do that.
Okay, I have a new question.
Oh goodness.
How do you? This is a biggie one. Like going from like really calm talking to like really hectic stuff. How do you feel about being friends with exes? Some people think it's a red flag.
I think it depends. Listen, it depends. Not that I am. I'll be honest with you, not that I am. But I think it depends. It depends if the breakup was like as not messy as possible. Like if it was a mutual breakup.
Yeah, like
if you like moved overseas or something like that.
Yeah, like
then I would say
amicable or whatever.
Yeah, if it is again a mutual breakup where you were like, okay,
yeah,
this is kind of the only option for us.
Even if it's not mutual, but it's like grown up.
Yeah.
You know, like if someone's like, listen, I did like you and stuff, and I still think you're great.
Yeah.
But I'm not feeling anything, but we can be friends. And then you're like, oh, cool, I respect that because we haven't been dating for long or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you guys just chill. Like you don't obviously won't be as close, but like you're not like not friends.
It is still going to be weird.
Obviously.
I mean, I don't think
it's still a breakup.
You can't. I don't think you can actually go back to just being friends.
No, but it takes time, obviously. But like, it doesn't have to be like I broke up with him, therefore I shall never talk to him again. Or I broke up with her,
it doesn't have to be like that.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to. You can still be like.
Yeah, I think you can be okay. Like.
You don't have to be friends, but you can still be supportive of each other's lives.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Friends will come naturally because you should. Okay, if you date someone, you should be able to be friends with them. Because then, if you're not, you don't like the person.
Yeah.
Like at all.
You only like what they can offer you, right?
Yeah, and that's not it.
That's
right?
True. That's true.
Okay, so I feel like dating or like relationships, it has to stem from something. You know what I mean? You have to like each other, and like friendships is like the basic of liking someone.
I think so.
You know? Like if you like someone and you like hanging out with them and you like genuinely enjoy their company,
Yeah.
that's a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to be able to do that with a significant other. So I mean, like,
You have to be able to do that like all the time with the significant other.
exactly.
If you don't like them for like
it's
10 minutes.
it's a step up. So like, if you can't do that, I mean, why are y'all together, right?
Right.
Yeah. I've always felt that way. But some people don't. Some people are like, nah, I was never friends with them. I just dated. And I'm like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Make it make sense. Show you're working
Yeah,
out.
well, how did you get here?
Show you're working out,
In
please.
what way did you? Were you guys just kissing like 24/7? Explain.
I'm convinced that a lot of relationships are just that they're just there to make out with each other, nothing else.
This is there for
nothing
for
else.
lips.
They're just there to get it
They
on,
just
bro.
want the lips, man. Oh no, that's terrible. Yeah, but it's a weird discussion. So. For me, right, when it comes to friends with exes,
Yeah.
I'm not friends with a lot of exes, but I'm friends with some. We broke up. We were like kids when we started dating. We were like in high school, 16, something like that.
See, I think that's so different, though.
Yeah, and then obviously time went on, and obviously at certain points her boyfriend didn't like me
Yeah.
for obvious reasons. I mean, it's not like I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
you get it, but at the same time, you're like,
it's okay. And
Yeah,
then like, but I
yeah.
think like a certain level of maturity comes later. You know what I mean? Like today we're cool. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like we're cool. We can talk because we also have like mutual friends and stuff. And even if she's like, hey, listen, I need like a ride to this thing. Can you help me? I'll be like, yeah. I mean, there's like no beef and there's no like lingering feelings.
Yeah.
You know? Like even her boyfriend is sick. You know what I mean? We get on.
I mean,
I like him a little bit better.
There
than I
is a
like her,
saying
but
that
tell no one. Don't watch this.
there is a saying that says, if you are still friends with your ex, you are either never in love, or number two, still in love.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that in two different ways.
I don't know how to feel
True.
about that.
I feel like
right?
it's true. I feel like it's true, but I feel like I feel like real love is something very complex. We changed the whole topic of this podcast, by the way. But I feel like real love is something that can change. It's like energy. Like people in school always tell you, energy can't be destroyed. It can only be like
Yes.
changed. I feel like love is that kind of thing. It's an emotion and it's so strong that it can change the way it is, but it doesn't like disappear. You know?
Yeah, I
it
think-
can become an ugly emotion. Can become hatred.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you won't just stop cold dead. Because if you do stop feeling anything for a certain person,
That's like,
then you didn't.
that's
care.
a red flag.
Then
yeah.
you didn't care from the beginning. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
if you can just switch it off like a switch.
Exactly.
Then you're like, okay.
exactly. If you're still friends with an ex, and it's not friendship, it's because there's feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It means that you didn't get over it. But if you got over it, I feel like it would be very saddening to you if you're not in contact. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that's the way it works. Because like, if that's not the case, it's either those two things or you don't like the person anymore. You're like, I
Yes.
wish I never met that person in my life.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And if it's none of those and you're like, meh, and you just don't care, you didn't like the person. You just didn't care to begin with.
Yeah, I think if you, like you said, if you come out feeling like no way feeling no way about it,
Yeah.
not feeling hurt, not feeling,
Yeah.
anything like that, I suppose it does feel like you didn't have any attachment.
Yeah, like, because
you didn't have anything
you
to
didn't
lose.
care, yeah.
Yeah, so you're
it's
like,
okay.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We live in a world where it is what it is.
It is
It's
what
too
it
easy to
is,
say.
and what it is what it is.
It be like that sometimes.
It be like that.
It
though.
just be like that, you know? Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, no, okay, we're in agreement. This is why we're best friends.
This is why.
Because we get along.
We're like telepathically
Yeah.
connected.
So looping back,
Moving back.
that is why we started a podcast.
That is why we started the podcast.
Yeah, we're best friends and we get along. We're at her apartment, by the way, and there's an adorable dog just off screen.
Who just does not want to show his face.
Yeah,
but
he's in sad boy hours because it's too hot and he's dying.
it is pretty hot. It is pretty hot.
But yeah, that's how we started the podcast. Pretty dope, right?
This can be a very touchy subject.
Oh, God.
A touchy question.
Oh, no, I'm not ready.
Touchy question.
I lie, I'm very ready.
But how do you feel about friendships where you barely talk to the person?
Depends on the friendship. Depends on the friendship. Why I say it depends on the friendship is certain friends, they always pull through when it matters.
Yeah.
You know, like they won't talk to you often, but they'll still check up on you. They'll still, they'll still be around, still wish you happy birthday. You know, like it's the little things. I feel like any relationship, any friendship, it's always the little things, right? If they're like, yo, dude, I saw this thing, reminded me of you, or hey, dude, you want to go do this every now and again, or they just message you memes or some shit. You know, I feel like it's really the little things that make it that good. So I feel like even if it's a friend you don't speak to often, you
Yeah.
don't see often, there's still a connection of some kind. And if there isn't, and you haven't seen them in a long time because they moved overseas or whatever, and they come back, you know for a fact that you'll be the first person they call.
Yeah.
Because that is a real connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it depends on the person. That's why I say it depends on the type of friendship. You do get friendships where that doesn't happen, but when you guys are together, you guys get along. That's more of like a situational friendship, and that you can like connect that to like being at school. Remember when you were at school and like there were people you were friends with at school, but you never really went out with or whatever.
Yeah.
You were only friends in that situation.
In that situation.
I suppose now, because we're this old, you can call them work friends, right? Everyone has them, but depends.
You only see them at work. You don't see them outside of work.
Them outside of work. I mean, you can develop friendships with these friends. That's obviously a starting point.
Yeah.
But there is a sort of a line that you have to cross, you know, where it's not just I'm at work. It's more of like, dude, you know my friends out of work?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I remember Talia said this or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to cross that threshold.
That threshold, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. So I think it depends on the type of friendship. Because like also, a friendship is work, no matter what you say.
No, it is work. It is.
Yeah.
So you can't just let it like...
Die, yeah.
You can't just let it hang. You can't be like, oh, it sustains itself. It doesn't.
Yeah, you can't be like the type
You can't
of
be
thing.
however many years it is. You can't be like, oh, it's just going to sustain itself because
No, it's not self-sustaining.
It's not self-sustaining. And it is a two-man job.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You
I mean,
can't have like
there's this
just
thing
you
that
doing
Chris
that
Rock
and me
says
just
that I
doing that.
love, where he's like moving a couch.
Yeah.
It's really heavy and hard and whatever. But two people can move a couch real easy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's so right though.
It's that so.
It's still work,
It's
but
that
it's
so.
easier with more people involved, you know?
I think it also makes a difference depending on how your friendship started.
Yeah.
If you started off as friends who don't really talk and you're like
Yeah,
talking every
100%,
now and
yeah.
then, stuff like, then sure. But if you were like us now, super close, and then all of a sudden stop talking,
Yeah, it'll be weird. It'll
It's
be like,
weird.
what can I do?
And
What's
then you're
going
like,
on? Yeah.
okay, for me, then I'm like, okay, at that point, I don't consider it a friendship anymore.
Yeah.
Because it feels like now you've lost interest.
Something has changed.
Yeah,
you know?
now you've lost interest, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
That's okay,
friendships
nothing
can
wrong with
change.
that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
friendships can change.
You know,
I mean,
people
it happens.
come and go.
Sometimes you're best friends with someone for a long time, and then life gets in the way, or whatever, and you guys aren't as close as before. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to make sure that you still care about each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have
it's
to be as close
possible.
as you were.
Yeah, you don't have to be living in each other's pockets, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like
There's
when you're
also-
at work or at college or stuff like
sometimes
that.
things just get in the way, or you don't have time, or whatever.
But at the same time, I am always the firm believer of you will make time.
You
and
make
you
time.
will make time for the things that are
I believe in that with my whole heart.
I will
if
always
you care
be-
about people, you will make time for
Yes,
people.
you will make time for the people you care about.
You will, yeah.
Facts.
You're never too busy for people you care. You know what's a good example? Like, if I have a friend who's like, hey, dude, you want to do something? And I'm like, nah, dude, I got plans.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the first time, but after a good amount of time, I'm like, I need to see this person because I've been blowing them off and it's making me feel trash because I really miss them. Automatically, I'll feel that way.
Another thing is, it gets to the point where if you keep declining, people stop asking.
People stop asking.
People stop asking.
People stop asking because they know what your answer is going to be.
They just
It becomes the
know
type of
you're gonna
thing-
flake.
It becomes the type of thing, like even if you're having a group thing and you like go over to someone's house or something.
And then like, should we invite
And they're
this
like,
person?
yeah,
like,
they're gonna say no anyway.
Yeah, just like,
You
don't
start
even
to,
bother.
like-
Don't even give them an option to say no.
Yeah, you start to expect things. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you start to expect them to not be
To
there.
not be there.
To
yeah,
not be there,
100%.
even when it counts.
The type of thing where if they do show up, you'll be like, oh, what are you doing here?
And then it's
Yeah.
weird.
Then it's
you
a bit
know?
weird, yeah.
Then it's awkward.
Yeah, so it's important. Relationships are complicated.
Yeah. But I feel like people are overthinking it. That's a problem.
I suppose there is a level of overthinking it, but you still have to think about it. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, nah, it'll be there when I come,
Yeah.
whenever I want it, whenever I feel the need to have that friend. You kind of still have to be like, no, I care about this person. I should give it like some form of effort. You know?
The thing is, I feel like if it feels like a job, then it's not a friendship you're interested in.
Yeah.
If it feels like effort.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
If it feels like you've
shouldn't
got to
feel like
constantly be
effort.
like, oh, I have
It
to
should
spend
come
time with this
naturally.
person.
It
I
should be like,
you know.
It should be like say for example, you message me or something.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, oh,
I shouldn't have to
message
think
her.
about it. Yeah.
It should be like, damn, I want to message her.
Yeah,
like,
it shouldn't have to be like, oh, I haven't messaged her in like 3
it's just
days. I should message
I feel
her.
like it, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. Like it shouldn't feel like a chore.
It shouldn't feel like a chore, like something you need to put on a calendar to remind yourself, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
It shouldn't feel
you
like
feel
that.
it naturally. Like for example, like when my friends send me memes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't always read them or watch them at that given time. But like, there's this thing in the back of my head, and it's not. You must understand. It's not the type of thing where I'm like, oh, I still have to go and answer this
Yeah.
person's message. No, it's the type of thing that when I go there, I'm like, oh damn, yes, they send me messages, I should go read them because
Yeah,
I want
yeah,
to read
yeah.
them. I want to see what they've sent me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to laugh also. I like these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that level of care I think comes across. But also it depends how much you like the person. Because if you don't like the person, you won't feel that way. You'll be like, I'll get there when I get there.
You get there when you get there. Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But if you care about the person,
Exactly.
you'll make time. You'll be like, okay, before I start the car and go home, let me just check this message that they sent me because I want to see before. I don't want to like leave it till like
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you don't
What
want
if
to
they're
leave it
asking me
and
to
then,
game?
then you forget about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to sound bad, but you forget about it.
Yeah, but like, what if they're asking me to game and you get home and they're like, nah, I want to game.
It's late now,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that level of care and like attention. At least it's better late than never. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Rather put it off for a little while, but check it out later because you feel like it than not at all.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, that's right. Always make time.
Always make time.
Always make time.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. For a long time in my dating life, I didn't understand the always make time thing. And like girls would be like, I'm busy, and I'm like, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. And I'd still ask and
okay.
still think, and I didn't understand how this person could be that busy. And then like much later, I was like, oh,
That's my thing. That's
it
my
wasn't
thing.
me.
You always make time because everyone is busy. Everyone's busy with their own
Everyone's got
stuff.
their own life,
Everyone is
yeah.
busy. You cannot say, oh, guys, I've been so busy. Everyone's busy.
But also, like, if you're busy, you'll say, I'm busy, guys, but then there's this thing.
And then you'll plan something.
come
You'll
in, yeah,
You'll
you're
be like, okay, I'm busy, but let's do it on this day.
Yeah, you
Or
put it
let's
in,
do
you're like,
here.
guys,
Yes.
I've missed you guys so much. Please, can we game today?
Yes, yes,
you know,
yes,
you
yes,
like you
yes.
have this thing where you're like, oh,
You're not just like, no, sorry.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, there are some people who don't like that though. They'll say that no, this person ignore us like I don't know how long, and then they come through and they just
Yeah,
expect us
that's
to
me.
drop everything.
That's me.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm that person.
I get it, but the thing is also it's not that. It just depends how you come across. Because also sometimes you miss someone and you keep flaking, and you're like, you know what, I have to make the plans. And if they flake you, it's fine. It's just that you have to try. You know.
I guess. But at a certain point, it gets to the point where you stop trying because it feels like they're not trying
like
back.
they're not you know, a good way to refer to it in this day and age is that you can only message first so many times.
Facts.
To the point where you're like, if this person isn't gonna message me, why am I gonna message
Facts.
back? You know?
Facts.
Because we're all texting these days, but you get the idea. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, it's legitimately that. Because you can text and you can say, hey, and now eventually I'm gonna miss a day, I'm gonna miss 2 days, I'm gonna miss 3 days, and I'm gonna be like, if they're not gonna text me, why
If they're
should
not
I?
good, yeah, exactly.
Why should I chase? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
That's the thing. Why should you chase?
Yeah, you know, like you shouldn't be trying to like prove to people why you should be their friend. They
Why you should
want
be
to-
in their lives.
Yeah, they should want to
Facts.
be in your lives. Yeah,
Facts.
it's definitely that. This is a very serious discussion.
I'm not gonna chase someone down to be part of your life.
Be like, hey, I'm cool. I promise.
Yes, I promise. I promise.
I like weird geeky things, but I swear to God,
I
I'm cool.
promise I'm like a life better.
Commercial break.
Nothing happened. We're always here all the time.
Intermission.
You know, the one time, okay, I swear it's gonna be real quick.
Yeah.
We went to a Hindi movie, and Hindi movies have intermissions.
Yeah.
And my friends were like, "What's happening?" Because they don't know that that's something that they do. They've never been to a movie.
I mean, back in the day,
Like,
they
it
used to have
breaks.
intermissions in movies.
Dude, and they just like stop the movie, and they're like, "What is happening?" They're like, "It's a pee break, dude." In the middle of the movie, and I'm like, "Yeah,
Back in the
it's
day,
pretty
they used
cool,
to have
right?"
that stuff, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Anyways, yeah, intermission. Cool. So thanks for listening, guys. That was
Yeah,
one
thanks
of
for
many.
listening.
Very serious topic today, but it's always
Yeah,
hard,
that
you know?
started off really light and then ended up.
I feel
really,
like people can put their ideas in the comments. Everyone has something to say about friendships.
If you've got anything that you want to hear our opinion on,
let us know. We'll make a topic about it.
yeah, we'll make a topic about it.
Cool, guys. As always, it's been a pleasure. And
This is the PIPIN HOT podcast.
bye.
Bye.